Gunnar Thaden, you are the Chief Information Officer of TÜV, and as such, a very important SAP customer and the right person for us to talk to when it comes to discussing CRM. And I'd like to welcome you to the SAP e-Business Summit.
Thank you, David.
Let's talk a little bit about TÜV. It's a household word in Germany, but perhaps not so well known in the rest of Europe and especially in North America. What kind of business are you in?
We are in that business of security, in inspection and controlling. You can divide our business in two parts. We are working in the order of the state, has something to do with the historical situation of the German industrial 125 years ago. So we have in the area of cars, we have the order from the state to inspect them. So you need a TÜV label every other year for every car in Germany. So and I work especially in the TÜV North group. This is an area north of Frankfurt, you can say, in the 7 countries, in 7 northern countries of Germany, and that is called the TÜV North Group. We are about 4,000 employees in that area.
For the North Americans who are watching today, you are roughly equivalent, I think, to an underwriter's lab in that the TÜV symbol on something means that it has passed some sort of rigid quality criteria?
You can say so. If Coca-Cola is the brand name for soft drinks, then it is the TÜV in Germany, the German language area, for security.
Nowadays, how would you say your business is changing, and why have the changes resulted in a need for better customer relationship management?
Of course, there are 2 reasons behind. One, of course, is in general that the competition will start in the longer range in terms of the liberalization in the EU. There is a clear signal from the EU that these type of monopolization, what we have now in some cases, will go down. So in a couple of years, we have a liberated market, more or less, in that area. So, and now we use this time up to that we really will, in that area, customer-oriented. That is one reason. And the other reason, of course, is a practical reason with CRM. We have a real large landscape which we have to fulfill with our service. So we cannot say, well, one big center in northern Germany, that's it. So we have the need is to be more or less in every little town. Okay. That means, in our terms, in the longer range, mobile. Every of our co-workers should more or less mobile.
How many, you call them, I believe, technicians, and they go into the field to perform these inspections for which you are...
Today we have, of course, we have about 1,500 technicians already today with legacy application on their laptops, but we will increase this with CRM up to 2,500. And one reason is we have over 150 very small branches in northern Germany. And there is a possibility in the longer range with CRM that we can more or less have a little virtual branch office. So if I have on my laptop, as a technician of the TÜV, every information about my customer, my objects I have to inspect, then there is a possibility that I am the TÜV station with my laptop.
Very good.
Not only physically bounded today.
You are bringing your company directly onto the premises and right in front of the customer.
Correct. Yeah. That's maybe, I will not say dream, but in the longer range, say when I have a label on my little laptop, I am a TÜV station.
So the software solution that you are in the process of designing is one that empowers your technicians to provide all the applications and services and information of TÜV in one little screen.
Correct.
Wherever they happen to be.
Customer information as well as the information of the object, that means a car, whatever you have as an object. Let's say a car is a typical object, an elevator is another object. Of course, it can also be a nuclear plant, can be an object.
Well, you have quite a range there.
It's a long range of objects what we have.
The topic under discussion today as part of the CRM study is win your employees to win your people. And I know that when you thought about the CRM solution, granted the end user, the customer is important, but you really felt that the key was empowering and enabling your own employees. And I wonder if you could discuss how you went about doing that.
if I see the situation now, we have today more or less one official big project called the SAP project, the SAP CRM project in our company, but you can more or less divide it in two parts. One, of course, is the technical part, to install the middleware, to install the laptops, to define your processes. But on the other hand, we have another project, let's call it change management.
Yes.
To bring our technician in that phase that they really want to work with that new stuff. Mm-hmm. So that is what I must honestly say, today for every customer outside, make two projects of that. Make one technical projects, bring the IT to the people, and on the other hand, define a culture change management project.
Like bring the IT to the people and bring the people to the IT.
Correct.
In terms of your employees, getting their buy-in, did this mean asking them to help you design the screens and the functionality? Did it mean extra training? How did you empower and win your employees in this particular situation?
One thing is, of course, the screens are important, the usage of the laptop is important, but I see on the other hand, we see more on the other hand also some practical things like you are out in the field, really out in the field. You missed the kitchen talk in the company. So that is a very typical situation when you have a mobile concept. Because today maybe you have the chance every other day or once a week you are in a TÜV building and you have a lot of kitchen talks. That is a good information talk, but if you are in the longer range, more or less outside, we have to face the situation and we have to find together with our board and the union and all the people in the TÜV really practical solution.
So that's how are you putting the kitchen talk into the PC? Does this just mean lots of email or company bulletin boards?
Of course, the base we have already, the basic stuff we have already, the internet, the email function, the intranet function is an important function. But I must honestly say that in the longer range, and I believe just if some people just listen us now, they are already in that area, but our technicians, they have to come to that area with all that online stuff. On the other hand, we see really that we have to find some solutions for this area, that there is another thing than kitchen talk.
What particular part of the SAP CRM offering are you? Is this mobile sales and workforce? Or
we have, together with the SAP consulting area, the group, we have made last summer a prototyping of our needs. And the prototyping came out that we need a functionality between end. So that means we need a technician is a sales guide on one hand, on the other hand he is a service guide. So what we have done, and that was the possibility with the new CRM version, we have combined the mobile sales and the mobile service module to what we called TÜV Mobile.
Excellent.
Functionality.
We often talk about the feedback loop and about taking the front end of the process and building it into the back.
Yeah.
If you can turn these former technicians into marketing information gatherers, you'll be doing yourself a huge service. We're almost out of time. I have time for one more question. And really, you're about halfway along with this project. I think you said you're sort of in test now, or you're rolling out your prototype. But for someone who's come along this far, for somebody else who's considering going down this route of putting CRM in the hands of a large sales force or technician force, what would your advice be? Where did some of the pitfalls come? What missteps could you avoid?
Yeah, one, of course, I mentioned already, make a culture change project, define a culture change product, and the benefit what we see in CRM is the integration with the classical SAP, what we already have.
I see.
On the other side, don't underestimate the technical complexity of the middleware together with the back office SAP, and define what we called a mobile support team. So you need in front of all that, because 2,500 laptops, to handle that is a real IT task, and you have to be really defined an operating concept for that. So, because we say In the evening, a laptop will be broken, and on the other morning, this guy have to be 7 o'clock, again, a new laptop with new CRM data. Yeah. And that will be a challenge for us.
Interesting. If you are that far flung and something goes wrong, you better have the tools to fix it fast.
So that will be really a challenge for us, and I believe for every other customer who will decide for CRM.
Well, Gunnar Thaden, I wish you could stay with us in real time to answer some of the email, which I know will come in, but perhaps you can help us out at a future date. But I do want to thank you very much, Chief Information Officer of TÜV. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you. Okay.